Congratulations to the Fighting Illini Big Ten football champions.
Tonight's Illinois men's basketball game is brought to you by Chrysler. See your local Chrysler dealer today.
After taking their first loss of the year, Illinois comes home to face Division I newcomer Texas A&M Corpus Christi. The Fighting Illini need to refocus, and what is Bill Self looking for tonight?
First and foremost, I want us to share the ball. I want us to play unselfish on both ends. I want us to be tougher. I want us to move quicker, sharper cuts. But it's not just on offense, it's on defense, too.
Corey Bradford and the Illini are looking to get back on track tonight. ESPN Plus Big Ten basketball is next. Welcome now to the Assembly Hall in Champaign, where tonight the Illini do come home to tangle with the Islanders of Texas A&M, Corpus Christi. Hi, everybody. I'm Fred White. Our analyst tonight, Doug Altenberger. And Doug, some people worried after the loss of Maryland. That might not be much to worry about.
Yeah, there's no reason to panic. They're coming off a really tough schedule, 5 games in 9 days. Bill Self, as he talked about, they need to get back to the basics.
They need to get back to the basics, and they have the veteran backcourt to get them there.
Well, these guys have struggled offensively. Execution, they have not done well. You see the numbers for Maryland, but they did not shoot the ball very well against Southern Illinois. And they need to get back on track, and there's some of the keys. We talked about execution. They need someone to step up, really be a leader, motivator. And I think that's where they're missing Lucas Johnson. Landon Ferguson played extremely well against Maryland. Look for him maybe to step up and play that swing position.
And probably will be on the starting lineup tonight. Bill Self has put this team through a couple of very tough practices, and I think he's got them ready to go tonight. We'll find out. You're watching Big Ten basketball from ESPN+. This game is being brought to you by Prairie Farms Ice Cream. Taste the homemade goodness of Prairie Farms. By Country Insurance and Financial Services. Real people, real answers, real quick. Corey Bradford and Frank Williams are clearly key components to the Illini's success. So how can they get better?
My wife brought this up to me. Kids that have been in school together for 4 years should know each other's every move when they've been in the same backcourt together. Sometimes these two play like they haven't played together before. And so Corey's got to help Frank become a better player, and Frank's got to help Corey become a better player. They're good players, there's no question about that, but together they could be terrific. And you look at the best guard tandems in America, they're great because they're tandems, and we got to start playing more like that together.
So Frank Williams back at the point, a preseason All-American, trying to lead the Illini to another Big Ten title. We'll be back with starting lineups in tonight's game right after this. We are back in the Assembly Hall, and let's take a look now at the Prairie Farm starting lineups. First of all, for Corpus Christi and Ronnie Arrow.
Yeah, there you see Derek Murphy comes home from Country Club Hills, Illinois, shooting 75% from the field. So he's a guy who probably want to step up and show his hometown fans they can play.
And for the Illini, Bill Self switching things up a little bit here tonight.
Puts in the freshman Luther Head, but they need to get the ball inside. Their go-to guy inside is Brian Cook.
So there you have the starting lineups. That's how Bill Self and Ronnie Arrow will get them going here tonight. Texas Corpus Christi in only their 3rd year of Major College basketball. There's Ronnie Arrow, had some success at South Alabama, and is starting a new program at the Island School in Corpus Christi. Again, just their 3rd year of playing basketball. And there's Bill Self, 2nd year at Illinois. Won the Big Ten championship last year, double tip from Brian Cook. And the Illini are going to have to do it again. Winston Stith, the referee, and tonight's crew, working along with Keith McClellan and Lamont Simpson here tonight. We just can't get it going.
Well, it's just like golf. That first tee, you need a couple mulligans. That's what he needs right now. He'll get it the third time.
All right. Here we go. Ball's up. Oh, that wasn't much better, but it worked. And here we go. The Illini attack and will zone right off the bat from Corpus Christi, who have been known to play mostly man-to-man. Krupalia, corner, Bradford in and out, and high to get the rebound. Hamilton for the Islanders. The school is located off Corpus Christi on Ward Island, and they are the only thing on the island.
And when you pull up their webpage, they have a hurricane report. So I don't know if I went to school there, I wouldn't be too comfortable, especially in the fall.
They tell me that the athletic storm is literally 25 yards from the water, the Gulf of Mexico. It's Evans down low and blocked by Brian Cook. Evans quickly to the baseline that got rejected as Cook picks up his 4th block of the year.
And that's what you can do when you're a guard. You can put a lot of pressure when you've got the big guys like Brian Cook to save you, to help them recover and block shot. Nice anticipation by the big fella.
Evans. That's Sabah. Hangs it off the glass, in and out. Rebounded by Cook, and here come the Illini. Trying to get started a little quicker. Brian Cook turned down a shot. Now Luther Head, the freshman, a little short with the try. Well, both clubs missed their opening salvo. Evans up in a hurry. Evans defended by the freshman Luther Head. Krupalia comes out, jump checks it, but they give it up in the corner. That's Sabah right back outside. Hamilton down low, posted his the center. He's going to be called for traveling. That was Sean Hemsley. He walked to the ball. And Bill Self with kind of a pained look on his face.
Well, he talked about getting back to defense. Last 2 games, both teams shot 45%. Last year, 3rd in the nation at 35%. So he wants much more improvement defensively, and that's on the effort side.
Bradford lobs it in the middle. Cook with a smooth little turnaround jumper, but it won't fall. And Krupalia is going to be called for a personal foul, trying to work over the back.
Fouls on the Illini, number
Sean Hemsley.
Now, Hemsley does a really nice job on putting a body on Krupalia, who's really played well. MVP in the Las Vegas Invitational. So he comes in, earned a starting position, and you got to put a body on him on the offensive rebound. He'll go to the glass hard.
Illini off to a cold start, 0 for 3 from the floor. That's Sabah down low to Hemsley and try to kick it back out of there. Cook blocked a shot or a pass or something. Whatever that was, it was rejected.
Well, against good, well-coached teams, you can't go into the paint out of control. Here Hamilton goes up, and Krupalia steps in and takes the charge. And again, you see one guy taking the charge, and you see the other guy, Brian Cook, coming over trying to block the shot.
Something the Illini have done a good job of in the games we've seen them is help defense by the big men, not only down inside, but out with the guards. Krupalia doing it down at the other end. Frank Williams, Krupalia off the baseline. Illini trying to move it in a hurry. Bradford in the lane got hammered. Sean Hemsley got a little bit of basketball and a whole lot of Corey Bradford right there. First foul on Hemsley, and Corey comes up limping.
Hopefully it's not that knee. He goes in strong. There you see the Charlie horse gets shot right on the inside leg of his knee, and that right now he's just trying to work it out, and he's really favoring that left leg.
Bill Self is going to get Sean Harrington in the ball game to replace him. Rod Cardinal, the trainer, walking toward him immediately in midcourt. That hurts.
Go in there, you see he picked up hard drive, goes in strong. Right there, you see turns his ankle. And that hurts right there. He turned it hard. And again, trying to walk it off.
So the ankle rolled, and he's out of the lineup. Harrington in, gets it to Krupalia. The Illini operating with 27 on the shot clock, and the pass headed inside, but deflected, and another foul called down there. We haven't had a score yet. We played 2.5 minutes.
That's what Bill Self talked about. I mean, getting guys playing a little smarter offensively, getting the right matchups. With your Harrington, you want to work on that wing. Frank Williams got to look for him. He's your zone buster.
Foul on Hemsley that time, so Hemsley, Murphy, and Brian Hamilton each have 1 foul. The front line for Corpus Christi. Brian Cook misses. Rebounded, Head, and Frank Williams knocks down a tray to get the scoreboard lit finally. Evans right back for Corpus Christi. Shot short, and they're trying to run the rebound down, and Harrington does. Up to Frank Williams. 1-on-2, gives it up to Luther Head. The shot missed. Kupalia's fit no. And Sean Hemsley pulls it down. Here come the Islanders right back, down by 3. Evans works against Luther Head. Hemsley trying to post Brian Cook down low. This is not a very big basketball team. Kupalia got by with the reach that time, and the shot was good by Hemsley. Illini leading by a point. Harrington shoots it to Kupalia. They've got Williams wide open for another 3, and it's too strong. Rebounded by Brian Hamilton, and here comes A&M Corpus Christi.
Well, A&M doing a nice job on the boards. One shot and out for Illinois.
Good news, Corey Bradford's coming right back for the Illini, so that's good news. Off the baseline, the shot no good that time. That was Hamilton with the miss, and here's Williams. Quickly working his way down the baseline, finds Harrington in the corner. The shot no. Kupalia with the board, trying to find an open man, and does. That was Frank Williams, and he got whacked as he tried to get the shot off down inside.
Again, good rebounding by Kupalia. Goes up on the offensive glass. Williams, like to see him just go straight up. Nothing too fancy. Tries to go underneath. You know, you want to make that three-point play. It's much more difficult when you try to go over and under like that. Just go up strong, draw that contact, and finish it off.
Second foul on Sean Hemsley, so the Islanders have some early foul trouble along their front line, and they are not a very big ball club. Frank Williams, good free throw shooter at 74%. It's his first try of the night. Luther Head and Kupalia out now. Archibald is in the ball game, and Corey Bradford right back on the court after rolling that ankle.
Yeah, it's good to see him back out there. At first you thought maybe it was the knee. Then the good news was the ankle, and it's even better news with him right back out.
Frankie Williams knocks them both down, and we have timeout on the court here. 15:52 left in our first half. 5-2 Illini. You're watching Big Ten basketball from ESPN+.
Last winter we had a little cell phone mix-up.
He told our travel agent Steamboat Springs, but with the static, well...
You know, we tried to make the best of it.
Come on, kid.
There we go.
Who wants hot cocoa? That's when we finally got free and clear with Sprint PCS. Real clear calls, and nationwide long distance included, which is great for us because we do have 2 kids.
Hey!
The Sprint PCS free and clear plan with nationwide long distance included. Every minute, every day.
Most people don't dream of laying down pavement stripes, but Bonnie Kemper did.
I don't consider myself a risk taker, but in the process of starting the business and growing the business, I learned to be a risk taker.
Bonnie also credits the guidance she received from Leon Hinton, Vice President Commercial Banking at Bank Illinois. An example? Leon paved the way with ideas for managing cash flow, a sometimes bumpy challenge on the road to running a seasonal business.
Bank Illinois, we wouldn't be here without them.
Some people think your old coach here is just a cranky old cuss, just mean and tough as nails. But the truth is, whenever I think how much money people save shopping here at Ken Depot's Chevrolet Oldsmobile Cadillac, it kind of gives me a warm, fuzzy feeling. Hey, what are you looking at?
Right now, get financing as low as 3.9% on pre-owned automobiles through the end of this month at Ken Depot Chevrolet Oldsmobile and Cadillac.
Ken Depot Chevrolet Oldsmobile Cadillac. Now get out there, save some money, and make me proud.
Slow start for both of them here tonight. The Illini lead by 3 in the early going. Neither team. This is not Doug Altenberg kind of shooting right here, folks.
Well, Ronnie Arrow knows that Illinois has struggled offensively, so it comes out, I think, surprised Illinois. Really doesn't match up, like you said, Fred, down low. So what they do, they go to the zone, and they're very effective. I mean, if you're going to play against Illinois, make them beat you from the outside.
The Illini, not a great shooting club, although they're shooting 45% for the year. They've been a good defensive team. The teams have not shot well against them last year nor this. Their opponents shooting only 41% against them this year. Now changes in the lineup too for A&M. Thomas Bailey at 6'8" is off the bench. And they've got Hemsley out of there. He has 2 fouls. Down low at Saba. And he's going to be called for the walk. And the turnover charge to A&M Corpus Christi.
Well, Fred, you talked about them. Illinois doing a really good job of helping defensively. And A&M breaks him down, and everybody collapses. And there's, see again, the turnovers. Nice entry pass from top of it. See, what happens is, on the zone, they started cheating on the perimeter, and nice eye contact by Archibald.
They found him wide open under the bucket for his first 2 points of the night. Illinois' second basket of the night. The Illini lead by 5. That's Sabah. Wainwright in the lineup now for A&M Corpus Christi. Ronnie Arrows bringing people off the bench early in this ballgame, trying to find a spark. Wainwright giving it up at Sabah. And Bailey down the lane, gave it up in the middle, knocked away out of there. But picked up by Corey Lampkin. He's blocked by Brian Cook. Now taken back. And a foul going to go against the Illini in the lane. They got in a scramble. And the Illini wind up being charged with the foul.
Get Bradford on the floor. He's all over the place here in the first half. Once Illinois does get broken down, everybody seems to help defensively to recover. You see a good rotation. Ball goes inside all the white jerseys. Everybody collapses. And that's what you want from your defense. And a good hustle. And the foul by Cook.
First foul on Brian Cook, second on the Illini. The free throw from Derek Murphy, no good. A 6'7" sophomore from Country Club Hills, Illinois. Played at Kaskaskia Community College. And then to the Island School.
And put up some pretty good numbers there. 20 points, 10 rebounds a game. And as this sort of carried over into this season, shooting 75%. So you want to get that ball in his hands. Good things happen.
Look at the Illini operate against the break. Hank Williams made a great fake and then missed the shot. And right back, Corpus Christi. They had the 2-on-1 break and didn't convert it. And down at the other end, that's Derek Murphy, the young man from Illinois, getting it down. 2-point lead for the Illini and some full court pressure coming now. Brian Cook broke the press. Down low they go, and Archibald gets fouled by Corey Lampkin.
Well, when you go against a taller opponent, sometimes you can use the rim as a helper. Here, Murphy comes down, gets the angle on Cook, goes up. Cook tries to block it, goes underneath with the left hand. Nice move. And here you see good pass by Williams, and gets it right to the point where Archibald doesn't really have to put it on the floor, and that's what you want from your point guard. Get it to the big guys. They don't have to dribble. They can go up strong. And Archibald at the free throw line, coming off the bench and looking good so far.
3 points in the ball game tonight for the 6'11" senior from Baldwin, Missouri, by way of Scotland. Robert Archibald, good free throw shooter, 73%. The Illini, a good free throw shooting team.
Yeah, and that's one area where they've really excelled, and they almost double their opponents in making free throws. That's almost 12 points a game. They've got an advantage, and that's helped them when they've struggled with their shooting.
That Sabah drops it down inside. Lampkin. Oh, what a block by Archibald. Slapped it back outside. The shot up and no good. And Bailey lost it out of bounds. The Islanders turn it over. Well, they had 28 turnovers at Loyola Thursday night as they got beat up there. But let's go back and look at this authoritative block from Robert Archibald.
Well, the ball goes inside. Good collapse. You see two white jerseys. And then the big guy comes over with the left hand. Nice anticipation. Just like you do on the chalkboard.
3 turnovers now charged to Corpus Christi. They had 18 in the first half at Loyola, 28 in the game. Williams, Archibald, inside out. Now it goes to the corner. Bradford, boom. Corey Bradford with a tray.
What I liked about that, the ball goes inside, then they rotate it, and then Bradford goes up strong in the corner. He loves that along the baseline. That's his favorite spot.
Harmon Wainwright, a.k.a. Bird. Down inside, Lampkin. Boy, the collision in the lane, Krupalia got whacked pretty good. Let's check some scores from around the country today. Kansas, look at that, 105-97 over Arizona. Big win for the Jayhawks on the road. Missouri hammered Grambling today by 24. Texas a win over Stanford. First good win of the year for the Longhorns. Boston College got Michigan by 9. This is Corey Lampkin, a 6'6" freshman, a very strong inside player. One of the guys that they're going to want to build this program around at A&M Corpus Christi. Now Luther Head in, and Frank Williams out of the lineup for the Illini. Archibald with a strong rebound, and here come the Illini. Archibald. Quickly to the corner. Bradford, the shot's not there. A&M really moving that zone in a hurry, but now the shot from Bradford out of the corner, no. And Archibald with a strong rebound. He moved a couple of bodies. Bradford off balance, shot good, count it. And a foul. Ronnie Arrow, the coach for Corpus Christi, upset with a call. Good move by Bradford, strong move.
Well, what I like about the move is Bradford misses the shot, doesn't give up, still cuts to the basket. Nice look by Archibald, one of the best big men passers in the country. Passes it with a left hand. He can do either with a right hand too. And Bradford again, he always just seems like he's come out here really focused and throwing a lot of energy out here in the first half.
6 points, Corey Bradford so far in this one. The Illini lead by 9, their biggest lead of the night. Now Hamilton. Now Bailey. Hamilton picked up by Sean Harrington. 18 on the shot clock. They kick it inside the length and it gets knocked away. Now Bailey, left-hander from the top of the circle, low, and Bradford has the board. And here come the Illini again. They want to get it out and run. Harrington, Luther Head down the baseline. Archibald in the middle and a foul. Ronnie Arrow with the official right in front of him objecting.
His first 17th foul.
That foul
Corpus Christi, number 15, Nick Jackson, in for the Illini.
was on Senai Atzbeha. If you're wondering about the unusual sound of that name, his father's Ethiopian. Senai Atzbeha, his first foul. Now Landon Ferguson in for the Illini. We're going to go with Ferguson, Bradford, Head, Archibald, and Krupalya. Robert Archibald with 4 points so far tonight. That's a 10-point lead for Illinois.
We talked about the credit of the free throw line. You know, all the starters, have done extremely well at getting to the free throw line, especially Archibald. And these guys have done a lot of damage. And we talked about earlier where you see Ronnie Arrow not real happy with the officiating. Of course, that happens when you go on the road sometimes. But 12 points a game more than their opponent. So you see Illinois really taking advantage of playing that physical game inside, and they seem to be winning that game and getting to the free throw line.
Illini up by 11. They've got the lead to double digits. We have 12:22 left in the first half.
Because Illinois defensively really not getting any looks inside. Everything's on the perimeter.
When they're trying to get the ball down to Murphy, can't get it there. Bailey mishandled it. It's out of bounds to Illinois. Turnover number 5 charged to A&M Corpus Christi. Ronnie Arrow was really upset with his team Thursday at Loyola when they turned it over 28 times, and a lot of those were unforced.
Well, you've got to be careful against a team like Illinois, especially when you go on the road and you want to trap, because when you go inside, there you see opponent field 41%, whereas last year they're holding teams almost to 35%. And then there's the key 17 turnovers a game, and at home they're almost forcing 21 turnovers a game.
Krupalya tried to clear it to Ferguson and threw it away. The Illini have been on a 10-to-1 run the last couple of minutes. Now Illinois whistled for a foul down along the baseline.
Foul is on the Illini, number 23, Landon Ferguson.
Landon Ferguson just off the bench gets the foul. We've got a break in the action with 11:47 left in our first half at the Assembly Hall.
You know, we could have dropped
team. You can go online at www.big10.org for all the basketball and conference news from around the Big Ten. Halftime, we'll be visiting with Ron Turner, whose football team won the Big Ten championship. Oh, what a year they had.
Oh, that was what a year. And amazing. Ohio State goes into Michigan and upsets Michigan. It just was a great year, and won a Big Ten title since 1983. That's when I was in school.
Boy. Now it's a case of waiting to see exactly which bowl will it be. A lot of speculation, everybody trying to make a guess. Boy, Corpus Christi had that ball out near midcourt for 12 seconds. Now Krupalya with a takeaway. Luther Head down low. Archibald powers us down the baseline and then missed the shot. Krupalya tears down a tough rebound. Still has it. Now Bradford. Now he has it taken away. And 4-on-1 against Head. Here come the Islanders, and they got it. That was Brian Hamilton that finished the break for A&M Corpus Christi.
Yeah, you see Brian Evans, he's a speedy sophomore. Really gets the ball down the court. Nice job of delivery. And again, when he's in the court, out on the court, you really got to check him up, slow him down, because he likes to get out in the transition game.
Ferguson, head. Luther head to the baseline, tried to get it to Archibald. That's a tough pass. He couldn't get it there, got knocked away.
Back in the Illinois lineup, number 34, Brian Cook.
And we're at the Assembly Hall in Champaign, the Illini and Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Right along with Doug Altenberger. Glad to have you with us. 10:47 left in our first half. Illinois leading by 9. Luther head out of the lineup now for Illinois. Frank Williams back in, and Williams will handle the inbounds pass. 15 on the shot clock. So the Illini have to be aware of the clock, and they are. And that takes care of the clock problem right there. Not a bad way to do it. Corey Bradford has hit 2 trays tonight and has 10 points. And at the other end, the shot coming quickly from Harmon Wainwright. The Bird connects. He came to me last night and said, I got a nickname. I want you to use it. My name is Bird.
Well, he's got it on his headband, too, so he wouldn't forget.
He's got a marketing program going.
Well, he's got a nice jump shot, too, to go with it.
There's Bird. Look. His headband's twisted. There it is. You can see first couple of letters. Ferguson. Deep in the corner. Bradford got double teamed. Corey Bradford. Third tray of the ball game. I don't know. Ronnie Hero told me at practice we're basically a man team. We've seen an awful lot of zone.
Well, that's not the first time a coach has told you that, I'm sure. Well, they do. If you're going to play zone, you've got to know where the hot guy is. And Bradford got to communicate. Nice screens. Illinois set. You've got to deliver him the ball. He's hot.
Wainwright got it down low. The shot won't fall. Brian Cook knocks the rebound down, picks it up to Ferguson. And the Illini are going to slow it down once they get it there. Now Ferguson going to the bucket hard. The shot won't fall. Krupalia had a finger on a rebound, couldn't hold it. And back come the Islanders. Evans going to get knocked away from behind. Williams picks it up. And Frank with a spin dribble in the middle of the court. Bradford is alone. Fires it inside to Krupalia, who couldn't handle it. Frank Williams won't fall. Bradford knocks it back inside. Cook with a jump hook, no. And the rebound down to Derek Murphy for the Islanders. 23-11 Illini with 9:07 left in the first half. And Krupalia with a steal in open court alone, and boom. First bucket for Demir Krupalia tonight, and Ronnie Hero wants a timeout. Turnover number 7, charged to A&M Corpus Christi. And it'll be a 30, charge to Corpus Christi.
Well, it was great effort by Krupalia. I mean, he's 6'9", gets out in the passing lane, goes out with his right hand extended, then he keeps the dribble. I mean, this guy is just coming off. First time I think ever in his career at Illinois where he's coming in fully healthy, no toes or knees or anything else. Bill Self talked about he's a guy going to class, he could injure himself, but right now he is playing probably the best basketball along the front line. I mean, he is really playing well, and you can see what great shape he's in.
Leading the Illini in rebounding, coming off the bench, was the MVP of the Las Vegas tournament as a guy coming off the bench.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's a guy that you know he's going to go to the glass. He's probably the best offensive rebounder on the team, and that's a component, an intangible you have. He brings out on there, and it's just great to have him off the bench, or you can start him anywhere. He's playing terrific basketball right now.
Illinois by 14 with 8:57 left in the first half. Williams is going to pick up Evans in the backcourt and put a little pressure on him. The Illini extending the defense now. And they take it to the baseline in a hurry, and a foul called. Nick Smith is in the ball game.
Well, after that 30-second timeout, Bill Self tries to come out in a little soft trap, half-court trap, and Evans really breaks it down, uses his speed and quickness, gets the ball in the middle of the court. That's what you want to do, and A&M gets to the free throw line.
You look at this team from Texas, and you have to say that quickness is probably their best attribute right now.
Yeah, I mean,
they're not big and strong.
No, not at all. But they're a team that right now they're going through a tough schedule. Got 4 games on the road, but you can see, although they're young, they've got a lot of talent out there.
Loyola beat him by 20 Thursday night in Chicago. Wainwright, oh, that's a cardinal sin. He got his own rebound. They're going to call a double lane violation. The arrow goes to the Illini.
Yeah, Frank Williams, he's the guy that's supposed to block out the shooter. He went right around him, but fortunately, I don't know what happened there. A bunch of guys were in the free throw lane too quick.
Now the Illini 2-on-1. Frank Williams finishes. And he chose a tough shot. He didn't use the glass.
Yeah, that's a really tough shot to pull up right on the run and stop and shoot that little 6-footer.
7 points for Frank Williams. 15-point lead to the Illini, their biggest lead of the night. Williams dogging Evans outside. Evans picked up by Harrington now, throws it into the middle, and it's knocked loose in there. The Illini take it away. They're 2-on-3, and Bradford's going to pull up, give it to Frank Williams. Williams trying to get it inside to Nick Smith. He might have been held, but nothing called, and the Islanders take it away. Wainwright got it down inside to Brian Hamilton, who finished for his 5th point.
But A&M comes back with their own pressure. Nice pass over the top by Illinois.
Okay, the Illini are handling the press with ease here. Bradford lobbed to Cook. Archambault might have been holding him, and Cook is going to be called for the charging foul down low. Brian Cook called for his 2nd foul of the night, operating against a much shorter player. Break here with 7:44 left in our first half. You're watching Big Ten basketball from ESPN+.
To say all seed corn is equal is like saying all people are the same. It's just not true. Pioneer Hybrid is the genetic leader when it comes to corn. You can see the performance difference, and you can take it to the bank every year. But it doesn't stop there. We offer more options and more trait choices than any other brand, and back it up with the best service professionals in the business. Pioneer. Bottom line, it doesn't get any better.
It won't be long before the snowflakes start flying. Be ready for a Central Illinois winter in an all-wheel drive vehicle from Subaru. From the easy-to-drive, easy-to-use Subaru Forester to the Subaru Outback, the world's first sport utility wagon. Warden Martin in Savoy has a wide selection of vehicles ready to tackle old man winter. Take advantage of model year-end specials on remaining 2001s going on right now. Don't sweat the slippery stuff this winter in your all-wheel drive Subaru from Warden Martin.
Illini Open MRI now brings you an open design in magnetic resonance imaging. You'll receive personalized care in a restful atmosphere. Illini Open MRI uses advanced technology and design to give you maximum comfort. The open design means less anxiety for claustrophobic patients, extra space for large individuals, and better access for patients requiring special care. Ask your doctor to schedule your next appointment at the Illini Open MRI in Champaign.
Illinois basketball on ESPN Plus is brought to you by Country Insurance and Financial Services. Real people, real answers, real quick. Illini leading here 27-14. We have 7:44 left in the first half. Islander basketball. Archambault to midcourt. Wainwright right back to Archambault. I mentioned earlier the Islanders have some quickness, and they've been able to use it so far in the first half of this game. Still having problems with turnovers. They've committed 9 in the first half. Now Hamilton. 9 on the shot clock. The Illini solid defense. Now they lose the handle on the basketball. Wainwright back at midcourt. 3 on the shot clock. And Archambault lets one go. Oh, my goodness. With the shot clock about to expire, Jeff Archambault knocked down a tray. The Illini back at the other end.
Archambault hit that from downtown the parking lot. Woo.
2 on the shot clock when he let it go. Ryan Hamilton faces Archibald.
This is the tough matchup for Archibald and Nick Smith. They're going against guys that are much quicker than they are. And Archibald's got to extend the defense with a bad back. That's tough to do sometimes.
Now Wainwright. Armin Wainwright with a 2. He has 4 points, and Bill Self wants to talk about it.
He didn't have a really good matchup going on right there. There you see the speed and quickness goes up, and there's not much they can do right there. You've got a couple guys in there really struggling. Wainwright really has taken off here the last couple minutes. Good timeout by Bill Self. Get to collect these guys defensively. A&M starting to gain some confidence out there.
You let them hang around long enough, and they get more and more dangerous.
One thing about A&M, they've come in, they've turned the ball over, but they've been very aggressive. They haven't been, you think they might be a little passive playing on the road, but been very aggressive offensively, and now they're starting to accomplish some things out there. And Illinois throwing in a lot of different variables and a lot of different lineups. Sometimes it's hard to get any rhythm out there.
A&M on a 7-0 run over the last minute and a half of this ball game. Illinois basketball, Frank Williams just lost it.
Yeah, there's no excuse for that. Right now, Frank really struggling here in the first half. He's not shooting well and is not handling the basketball very well.
You'd have to wonder if maybe he has a little confidence problem right now.
Well, I think he came in, he hurt his wrist in the summer. I don't think he came in that great a shape. Now, that's just me. I'm not saying anybody's told me that, but that's what I feel. He's got to work himself back into shape.
Well, let's see if the Illini can tighten the defense and get a run going off the deep. Hamilton tried to throw it in the lane, taken away. It was Frank Williams who got the hand on it and caused the deflection right back the Illini. Up by 8. Archibald, deep corner, Bradford. Nice pump fake, put a player in the air. Now, Harrington inside, and we have a travel call on Robert Archibald. Archibald thought he was fouled. Going to be called a travel, and the Illini turn it over. That's number 8 for the Illini.
Well, sometimes it's good to throw an extra pass out there, but then you got to, Bradford is hot. He's got to step up, hit that jump shot. Harrington goes up and is a little indecisive. Right now, offensively, I think at times they're trying to accomplish a little too much. Sometimes, guys are trying to do that extra pass and do some extra things out there, but offensively, you got to know what you can do and believe in your abilities.
Hamilton fires off the baseline. Bradford's doing a lot. He just got fouled.
This guy's putting some effort out there on both ends. That's about the 3rd or 4th time we've seen him on the floor, and he goes up against the big boys to get the rebound. Here you see 6'2" of them, and he takes it hard on the floor, and he's really put some effort out there, and that's what you want to do. You want your seniors to step up. He did not play well against Maryland, but tonight he's come to play.
Nick Jackson committed that foul. Bradford was playing really solid defense and then crashed the boards. Now Bradford on the line. Has 12 points tonight, 3 trays. And connects there.
Yeah, let me say something about Corey Bradford. When he was a freshman, when he sat out that first year, no one worked harder than him. I mean, before the game, he'd come out for an hour and be soaking wet. This guy put so much effort into it out on the practice floor. And sometimes offensively, things don't go well, but it's not because of effort.
14 points for Bradford here tonight. The Illini by 10. Archambault on the far side. That's the Bird. Bird knocked it down. Hardman Wainwright with a tray, and he now has 7 points in this ball game. He's been effective. Now Bradford in trouble. Wainwright putting pressure on. Williams. Rupalia in the lane. Bradford wide open in the corner. Not there. Archambault, no. And that one knocked out of bounds by Nick Jackson for A&M Corpus Christi. Boy, the Islanders really hanging around in this thing. Illinois leading by 7 right now. Still 5:10 left in the half.
Well, I think the quickness has gotten to Illinois. These guys have really get after you. Illinois stronger, but the quickness has been a problem for them. Got to collect yourself like Rupalia is, and then just go up strong.
Now they're going to call a travel on Demir Rupalia.
See, when you put the ball on the floor, you allow the quicker guy to take the advantage. Don't put it on, just go up strong and take a couple guys with you. Illinois can do that. They've got the strength. You see Powell and Smith coming in for Archibald and Rupalia.
The big guy is not getting much done for the Illini. Archibald has 6 points, got him early. Rupalia too. Brian Cook hasn't scored.
Well, the one thing that's helped the Islanders is that they love to hit the 3, the home run, and that's what they need to stay in this game. They need to keep hitting down the 3-point shot.
Archambault moves it in and out. But an easy tip back for Brian Hamilton, and he has 7, and Bill Self doesn't like it at all right now. That was way too easy to satisfy Bill Self, and now we have a 5-point ball game.
Well, what happens here, Powell doesn't block out, doesn't put a body on somebody. He's nowhere. You see him, he's just behind them, and again gets the offensive putback. See, Powell doesn't put a body on anybody at the lower part of your screen, and boom. A&M, again, playing hard. And they step up. They seem to put together a run here. Brian Hamilton and the rest of the guys, Wainwright, if offensively are feeling much more comfortable, Fred.
Boy, they really are. You can just see the confidence rising here. They've knocked a 15-point deficit down to 5. 4:42 left in the first half. We'll see if the Illini grabs some momentum.
And this team, you know, they expect big things. Last year they beat Texas Tech in Lubbock, and they lost to Texas down the stretch on the road. They were within one with about 15 seconds to go, lost that game. So these guys love the challenge. Like you said, this is sort of like their Super Bowl.
And only the third year of this program. Roger Powell knocks down a shot.
See, that shot's there on the zone. They're really cleaning out down low. But there's a little opening at the top, at the free throw line for the big fella to step up there and hit that jump shot.
Hamilton against Powell. Puts the ball on the floor. Now Harrington gets caught in the screen, but Powell helping out. Down at the baseline, Burrows. And the ball knocked out of bounds. It'll be Illinois ball. So the Illini up 7, get it back with 4:08 left in the half.
Yeah, but Burrows broke him down, and A&M fellow wasn't looking for it, but he was wide open along the baseline. Could have had 2.
Frank Williams takes it to the top of the circle. Harrington, corner, Bradford. Trying to knock that zone lopsided in there, and Williams gets a shot off the wing. Won't go. Powell, stick back, and a big one. Roger Powell with his second bucket.
Now Powell returns the favor, goes back to the offensive glass. And when a team plays zone, you can pick your chances in there and crash the glass.
3:35 left in our first half. The Illini had the lead back to 9. Wainwright. Wainwright has stripped by Frank Williams. Williams against Wainwright down the lane, and they collide, and a foul is going to be called on Armand Wainwright. His first foul of the night. It'll put Frank Williams on the line.
Well, we talked about Frank Williams. You know, he's 6'4". He's got long reach. He's big and he's strong. He's got great hands. And he gets them in the passing lane and where you want to put the ball. And that's where his strength is, out on the point. When he covers you, it's very hard to get an entry pass inside. Then you see the steals by Illinois. They love to force turnover, especially at home. Talked about it earlier where they're averaging almost 21 a game. Of course, their opponents into turnovers. But Frank, that's where he can be effective. I think that's where he needs to work on it. When he gets in the half-court set, he can really break people down. He's got to look for Bradford and Harrington, those guys, when they're open, instead of trying to force the shot.
Frank Williams gets his 8th point of the night. And we have a timeout here. The Illini up by 10 with 3:19 left in our first half. Roger Powell off the bench trying to spark the Illini with buckets like this one.
This is my country. These are my people. This is the world I understand.
It's not just talking about service. It's really knowing the people we serve.
I know them like the back of my own hand.
Country Insurance and Financial Services. Real people, real answers, real quick.
Comes in handy, huh? It's a lifesaver. We're looking for a new VP of our Northeast operations. Stop by my office later.
Hey, Kevin, aren't you the VP of Northeast Operations?
Imagine what the Journal could do for you. Get 8 weeks of the Journal for just 38 cents a day, a 50% savings. Call 800-249-8900. That's 800-249-8900.
Well, Doctor, I just bought this new car. It's loaded. V6, leather, power, everything.
Go on.
I got it all for under $24,500.
And you're having feelings of guilt.
Nah. Actually, I feel great.
So why are you telling me?
Well, I'm telling everybody.
The new XT350 from Hyundai with the freedom of America's best warranty plan.
Excuse me, you got a minute?
Not really.
Just got this. V6, leather.
We are back. The Illini leading by 10. 3:19 left in the half. There's a field goal in the first 4 minutes, 10 seconds. Illinois hit just 1 out of 9 shots. Now they're starting to find the range. They're 9 for 18. Although they're being outshot for the game, Corpus Christi shooting 45% from the floor. The Illini 37. Corey Bradford has been playing tough defense. Got some help there from Harrington. Now on the far side, that's Wainwright off the top of the key. Missed the shot. Hyder grabbed the rebound. Roger Powell. Here come the Illini. Up by 10. Lob down low intended for Nick Smith. Taken away and taken right back by the Illini. Bradford with a steal. Frank Williams. Harrington. Nick Smith operating up high. Williams with a tricky little dribble. The shot won't go. And the rebound is on the floor and out of bounds. And belongs to Illinois with 18 seconds on the shot clock. Ronnie Arrow doesn't think so. Flip a coin. I'll get a better break. Frank Williams, Nick Smith, soft little shot, good. Well, that was simple.
And Nick Smith can hit that shot right around the free throw line. For a big guy, he's got a great touch. Can even shoot the 3. Shot a couple in high school.
Nick Smith, you can see his presence there, 7-2. Blocked the shot, takes it down. Here comes Frank Williams, 1-on-2, and gives it back outside to Nick Smith. Deep corner, Bradford. Boom, he got it. And the Illini suddenly coming right back to life. They've stretched the lead back to 15 points with 2:12 left and a half. They've done it with defense.
Yeah, exactly. And in the transition game, Bill Self talked about this year he wants to force more turnovers, get a little more offense out of his defense. Nick Smith keeps his arms straight up, blocks the shot, great outlet pass. What I love about this, comes down, hustle. He's a late breaker on this, does the cross court, does the diagonal pass for big fella, and Bradford finishes off, and he's really looking good in the first half, Bradford is.
You know, I think something you're going to hear about Nick Smith a lot in days to come. The guy has good hands.
Yeah, great hands.
Coming up at halftime, Coach Self talks about the media hype. Coach Turner talks about the bowl picture. And Doug and I will be back with first half action and stats. Nick Smith was really working hard in practice last night and made 4 or 5 really nice catches. Now he blocks that shot and catches the ball down there.
I was talking to Rod Cardinal. The big fella's got a little asthma, so he gets out there, can get winded, but it's controllable. But as he gains strength, the asthma won't be so much a factor for him.
Hamilton, 17 on the shot clock. Illinois solid defensively right now. Wainwright had it knocked away in the middle. Hamilton picks it up. There's Archambault with 9 on the shot clock. Evans handled by Williams. Can't find a shot. Gives it up out front. And there's the shot with 1 second on the shot clock. Blocked by Roger Powell. And here come the Illini on the run. Harrington, Williams fires for 3, short. Nick Smith is there, stuck it back in. Nick Smith has 4, and he is going to factor at both ends as the Illini stretch the lead to 17, their biggest of the night. And now we have a whistle and a 5-second violation. Illinois gets the ball back.
Well, we talked about Powell comes out of nowhere. Great anticipation. Raniero wants a goaltending. Good entry pass that goes inside. See the good hustle by Nick Smith. But he doesn't put the ball on the floor. See how he keeps it high? Fred goes right up over the top. Doesn't allow the quicker guys to get that ball. They'll finish it off.
Did the same thing when he caught the inbounds pass and scored. Just caught it high and shot it. Now 1:03 left and a half. Illinois by 17. John Harrington. Nick Smith posting low. Harrington's looking at him and having trouble getting it there. Back outside it comes. 10 on the shot clock. Williams against Evans. And Evans falls. Williams shoots, misses. I'll tell you what, Nick Smith got pushed out of there pretty good that time by Derek Murphy. And now we've got a blocking foul at the other end on Frank Williams. First foul on Frank Williams tonight.
Well, Fred, you talked about, you can see a little bit of his confidence starting to falter here a little bit on the offensive shot. It was another good look. Didn't have a good rotation on that shot. And right now he's just struggling. Very discouraged going to the sidelines. Brett Melton coming in for him. But you got to get, you know, when the season's a long season, got to work through it. And it's not how well you play in November, how well you play in March.
That's Beha makes the first free throw. Frank Williams will have a good year. He's going to play very well. It's just everybody goes through those.
Yeah, my senior year, I had redshirted, and I came back for my 5th year, and we played up the Maui Classic. We played against Duke, and everybody was going 5 times faster than I was, and I really struggled that first month. And I'm not saying that the injury might have slowed him down, that wrist injury, so he's just got to stay patient, get back into shape.
John Harrington, and now we have a whistle blowing away from the ball, and I think they got Brett Melton on a foul. Brett Melton whistled for his first foul. He just came in the ball game. The sophomore from Muhammad came to the Illini with the reputation as a great shooter. Really hasn't been able to get London court yet. Hasn't seen a lot of play.
Yeah, he played a little bit as a freshman, got in some opportunities, but so far this year, I think that people expect a little bit more out of him, and right now he's just trying to find his place on the team where he fits in the chemistry, that he can shoot the basketball and a good athlete.
Wainwright with a miss. Bird's got his headband on sideways. I got a feeling he'll look in the mirror at least once during halftime, and he'll come back out with his headband straight. Melton. Powell. Harrington, great feed. Smith. Oh! Woo! What a look. What a great feed they hit Nick Smith with. He has a half dozen points. The crowd loving it. 17-point lead for the Illini. Evans baseline. Smith came out, bothered a shot, got a hand on the rebound, and saves it. And Milton with a long try that won't fall at halftime. But the Illini up by 17. And look at this feed. And look at the bucket by Nick Smith. We're at halftime. You're watching Big Ten basketball from ESPN+. Hall. Ron Turner, the coach, leading the team, and there's the trophy, and they are getting a roaring ovation here from the fans. Look at that. We talked to Bill Self before the ball game, and I asked him if the expectations again this season for the Illini have built the media spotlight so high that it presents a problem.
I don't think it's a bad thing, the media attention from a conscious standpoint, but from a subconscious standpoint, I think no matter how you think, when people are reiterating things to you each and every interview and things like that, it can't help but affect you a little bit. Frank's attitude is fine. His approach has been fine. I just don't feel like as a group we're playing with the same sense of urgency. We're playing with a chip on our shoulders like we did last year, like we had something to prove. Last year's team was last year's team. It has absolutely nothing to do with this year's team, but I felt like that through early practices we kind of thought that we were good because we were good last year, which is, totally not true.
Here we go, 43-26, Illinois at halftime. The celebration goes on for good surge at the end of the half to get them to that 17-point lead. It got down to 5 from 15 to 5, and they really took control down the stretch.
And it was the young guys that came off the bench. Nick Smith and Roger Powell really played well. I mean, they were perfect from the field, and if you're Bill Self, you got to be really happy about the bench play.
You really have to. Now let's take a look at the Country Insurance and Financial first half highlights. Here are some of the good things that happened.
Well, we talked about Bradford. Explosive, gave a lot of effort. Good ball reversal. Sets up in the baseline. That's his favorite spot. Nothing but the bottom of the net. He looked good offensively in the first half.
Corey Bradford, 17 points in the first half of the Illini.
And I thought Brian Hamilton played superb. He was very active. Hit some three-point shot, crashed the boards, and Illinois really had a hard time matching up with his speed and quickness. And the real big surprise, keeps playing better and better, is Nick Smith. Doesn't see how he rotates, puts him up high just like you do in practice, and then goes up strong and finishes it off.
Now time to take a look at the first half stats, brought to you by College Illinois, a 529 prepaid tuition plan. Shooting not great, but the Illini picked it up at the end of the half after getting off to a 1-for-9 start. Look at the boards.
Yeah, that's a key. They show the strength and size and overwhelm the Islanders.
Too many turnovers. Bill Self won't be happy with that. Illinois averaging 12 turnovers a game, 10 in the first half here.
Yeah, but got to be happy. Forced 13 in the first half, and wants to play on that in the second half.
Those are your first half stats, brought to you by College Illinois, where you can prepay tomorrow's tuition and fees at today's prices. Halftime, Illinois leading by 17 over Texas A&M Corpus Christi. We'll be back with second half action from the Assembly Hall. through the first half. They whittled a 15-point lead down to 5 when Illinois hit them with a surge that took it back to 17. And the guy that really got it done is Corey Bradford. He led the Illini with 17 points. Bill Self with a little bit of a smile on his face. Corey Bradford sitting behind him over there. He took a shot to the thigh, maybe or the ankle, I should say, early. Got off the deck, came back, and really played well.
Yeah, I thought in the first half, I mean, when he shoots well, Illinois is a completely different team. He gives them that offensive firepower from behind the three-point line, 4 for 7. And even though Frank Williams didn't shoot the ball and didn't play very well, when you've got the other guy playing as well as he has, and there you see his numbers. I mean, he has come out. We talked about, the first 2 games, I mean, the last 2 games, Southern Illinois and Maryland, he shot 25 and 29%. And that puts so much pressure on your offense when your guards don't shoot the ball well. And it just seems coaches coach better and players play better when everybody starts making jump shots.
Making shots can really, really help, can't it? There's the Illini win streak here at the Assembly Hall. It's reached 20 straight now. 31, as you can see, the school record. You part of that?
No, I don't think so. But Maryland, think about it, they've won 80 games straight non-conference. That's quite impressive.
I'll tell you what, there's Hamilton with another easy bucket down inside off of a rebound of his own shot, and he has 9 points. I know what streak I was thinking of. You were part of the team that ended a great streak at Kansas State. They had a long home court streak.
Yeah, and we went in there as freshmen, and we thought, uh-oh, we're in trouble. Manhattan, Kansas, there's Bradford. See, when you get that penetration, throw that cross-court pass against the zone, it puts so much pressure on him, and Bradford, with a lot of confidence, steps up, makes that three-pointer.
Hemsley too strong, and he winds up with a long rebound of his own miss. Bradford now with 20 points tonight. That's his season high, 9 points away from his career high with 19 minutes left in this game. That's Beha, and we've got a foul down at the baseline. Frank Williams wound up on the deck and a foul called on A&M Corpus Christi away from the ball.
Foul is on Corpus Christi, number 40, Sean Hemsley.
That's Sean Hemsley, their center, and that's his 3rd foul.
Yeah, Esbea gets the ball, double screen, gets around it, had the shot, but Bradford, again, we talk about his offensive a lot, or we concentrate a lot on it, but defensively, I think he's a much better basketball player, being healthier this year.
Well, Luther Head just stepped on the out-of-bounds stripe, and the Illini turn it over, so we've got a ragged start to the second half here.
Yeah, Bill Self not real happy. That's just a lack of concentration. Got to know where you are on the court. Just don't dribble it out of bounds.
Hamilton, Frank Williams with him. Popping out high was Wainwright, and he knocks the shot down. That's a 3. Armin Wainwright with his 10th point of the ball game.
Well, they love to knock down the 3. I mean, last year, they averaged 86 points a game, and they like to step it up and knock it down from three-point line. So you've got to really contest behind the arc.
Williams, Bradford, Frank puts it on the floor, kicks it down in the corner. They go right back inside to Roger Powell, and there's a hand on the ball, but a foul called. That's Beha and Hemsley were down there. There's the Illini lead. Here's what's happened in the Big Ten today. Minnesota winning by 17, Wisconsin by 13. Temple got Penn State by a dozen. But Temple's so hard to play. Every year.
Yeah, when you look at them, you're like, uh-oh. I mean, how do you match up? They throw that goofy 3-2 zone at you, and it's just a little difficult. You got bad turnover, and he's not real happy, Bill Self. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
Luther Head simply threw it out of bounds, and Bill Self got the timeout in a hurry. 18-13 left in this game, and you are watching Big Ten basketball from ESPN+.
Did you know Pioneer brand soybeans have been the #1 planted beans for 10 years? Well, it's true for many reasons. Our high-yielding varieties with the Roundup Ready gene, varieties resistant to SCN and major diseases, our sales professionals, and 65% wins in side-by-side comparisons. If you plant them, you know how they perform. If you don't, why not give them a try? Pioneer, #1 in beans.
Seduction can take many forms. Feast your eyes on the newest. Meet the Chrysler PT Cruiser Touring Edition. Brilliantly engineered, beautifully designed, and equipped with plenty of enticing standard features. And it's all yours for just $19,305. Sounds pretty tempting, huh? The Chrysler PT Cruiser Touring Edition. It's waiting. Get 7-year or 100,000-mile powertrain protection on any new Chrysler PT Cruiser.
Feel the impact. Feel the impact. Feel the impact.
Bill Self called that timeout, then got his club back on the floor in a hurry. First half started ragged, and so is the second half.
Yeah, I mean, you can't be too happy at halftime. I'm sure he talked about coming out, being sharp, execute, and ready to play. And they've, the first couple minutes here, some quick turnovers. So I think you want them to refocus, especially offensively.
There's Bradford with tough defense on that Spea. Now down low, the ball got to Hamilton, and he went out of bounds with it. They're going to call a foul on the Illini. Frank Williams, his second foul tonight. Don't be surprised if Frank Williams gets on a little tear here and just takes this game over.
Yeah, it's about time he starts getting, the first half, I think, really struggled with his rhythm offensively.
Murphy, shot partially blocked in there, taken down by Brian Cook. Now Bradford quickly up on the wing, top of the circle. Down the baseline, Blandon Ferguson with a nice soft shot. His first points of the night. That's a tough shot.
Well, and it's important for him to get on track. With Lucas Johnson on the bench, injured right now, he needs someone at that swing position to step up and give him another option. And Ferguson can do that. He's a junior college transfer. A lot of times it's hard for these guys to step in and play well. And he's no different than maybe a freshman, but physically he's got the ability to do it. And that was a tough shot right over the top, one step. And that's what they need from him.
Now Frank Williams hits the deck as the ball comes back inbounds. Bradford had been called for a foul. And now Frank Williams draws a foul, and the Illini get the ball right back. That foul whistled on Derek Murphy, his second. See what the Illini can do with this set. Ferguson, Williams, Cook floating through the middle. They haven't been able to get the ball down to Bryan. He hasn't scored that night, and they still don't. Taken away by Murphy, and here they come 2-on-2. Wainwright. That's Spea. Not there. And here come the Illini right back. Corey Bradford with the board. Frank Williams turns down the shot. Bradford picked up by Spea. Ferguson, now the ball slapped away by Hamilton. The Illini will keep it. 22 seconds left on the shot clock here. Corey Lampkin coming off the bench for Texas A&M Corpus Christi.
Bill Self really trying to get something going. I mean, the energy level with the white team right now is not very good. He wants these guys to step up here. You see Kupali coming off the bench. That's one of the options that he's got. Powell gets a nice ovation. He stepped up and has really played well in this game. Good to see the young guys come in and play good minutes.
Frank Williams. Ferguson. Kupali to high post, looking, going to take the shot on the rim, won't go, and it's going to be basket interference. Kupali got a hand on it. Basket interference, bucket doesn't count. The ball back to the Islanders.
Okay, the ball goes inside, doesn't look. What he wants, Bill Self wants, is him to take a couple power dribbles and go there and stuff it. He doesn't want to shoot that jump shot. Doesn't want to be passive. Get to the hoop. If they foul, then get to the free throw line.
Corey Lampkin now whistle away from the ball down at the baseline. And it's going to go again. Sean Hemsley, that's his fourth. The Corpus Christi center is in foul trouble. He draws his fourth foul. With 16:23 left in the game.
Well, I think this is sort of like a twilight zone here, Fred. I think both coaches would like to come back out and try this all over again, because both teams not really playing well right now coming out of halftime. I think they're more concerned about the energy level and not a lot of effort being put out there.
Kupali right back out of the ball game after missing that little shot down there where he didn't take it to the bucket. Archibald is in. The Illini with the ball, leading by 17. Archibald down low. Cook is going to get his first bucket of the night and a foul. Nope, they're going to call the offensive foul. He doesn't get the bucket.
Well, he dips his shoulder, and when you dip your shoulder, that's when you get called for the offensive charge. He needs to go straight up, and Brian right now is just shaking his head. Really frustrating. Didn't get going much in the first half. And
Brian Cook has only had 3 shots in this ball game and hasn't connected yet.
Well, I think that's where the zone has been very effective defensively.
There's the charging foul. Frank Williams tried to draw one and didn't get it, and he got it that time as Brian Hamilton's called for his second foul of the night.
It looks like everybody's dropping to the ground. Everybody's trying to get a charge. Frank doesn't get the foul the first time, steps up, gets the second one. And
so the Illini with the basketball. Archibald, high post, turned down a shot. Williams. Oh, look at that drive by Blandon Ferguson. The shot won't fall. And here comes Wainwright right back for the Islanders. Hamilton at the baseline, and he traveled with the basketball. They turn it over for the 18th time tonight. Much to the chagrin of this man, Ronnie Arrow. We have a timeout. 15:42 to play. The Illini by 17.
You know, we could have spent every dime we have in expensive special effects in our Prairie Farms ice cream commercials. But instead, we decided to put our money where your mouth is. Taste the homemade goodness of Prairie Farms.
It's just the same old thing. I need adventure, excitement. I'm suffocating.
Okay. You can drive.
Spice things up. The Hyundai Santa Fe. V6 power, full-time four-wheel drive, and the freedom of America's best warranty plan. The Santa Fe.
Don't even think about it.
This is my country. These are my people. This is the world I understand.
It's not just talking about service. It's really knowing the people we serve.
No one like the back of my own hand.
Country Insurance and Financial Services. Real people, real answers, real quick.
You know, we could have spent an absolute fortune to get a big-name celebrity in our Prairie Farms ice cream commercials. But instead, we decided to put our money where your mouth is. Quality you can taste from Prairie Farms.
The Orange Crush. They have been a factor in the Assembly Hall. Student body here. Brian Cook would like to be more of a factor tonight. He's going to get the lid off the basket pretty soon. He's capable of putting a bunch of them in a hurry. Field goal percentage tonight. Neither team shooting it very well.
you can see in the second half, not a lot of attempts. Between turnovers and charges. Offensively, both teams seem not to have a hard time getting on track.
Lob to Brian Cook, and the lid is off the bucket. That play was designed from the time they came back on the floor, and they converted it. Brian Cook with his first bucket of the night. Now Bradford playing defense on that Svea. Hamilton, Wainwright. Look at Cook coming out to help on Wainwright, making him change directions. 14 on the shot clock. Cook got a hand on it there. Murphy down low to Hamilton, and a nice finish by Brian Hamilton. He has 11. Well, the Islanders still attacking. Attacking pretty well with that quickness. Williams, Cook from the corner. Won't go. The tip up won't go. The ball slapped around. It'll be Illinois basketball under their own basket. Let's go back and look at the lob to Brian Cook.
Well, Fred, you talked about it in the timeout. This was well executed. Ball rotates. Gives to Frank Williams. He's your best passer, and there's no backside help, and Cook goes up, finishes it off.
And Blandon Ferguson set a good screen down there. Now the Illini turn it over for the 16th time tonight. That equals their season high for turnovers. And that one was not forced. That's what really gets the coach's blood boiling. Ferguson coming out of the ball game. John Harrington back in for Illinois. Hamilton trying to get it in bounds. The count was on, and they get it into Bailey. Thomas Bailey. Right back to Wainwright, and Frank Williams with him. Bailey. Things are kind of stagnant right now for the Islander offense.
Yeah, when you don't have much going on the inside game, everything on the perimeter, they keep getting forced out farther and farther. But once they do get it in there, usually good things happen.
Oh, Murphy, what a tough bucket for Derek Murphy, his 7th point of the night.
And he had to change that shot a couple times. I don't know how he even got it off.
Archibald, Frank Williams, the Illini work against the zone. Lob to Archibald, back in the corner, and we have a whistle blowing, and the Illini turn it over.
But see, ball rotates. Cooks tries to come over and help. Good diagonal pass inside. Over 2 7-footers. Tough shot by Murphy.
Wainwright against Frank Williams. Big Boo, a little dribble through the legs, gets the shot up, won't go. The tip is there, though, for Derek Murphy.
Again, Murphy, real active. Everybody else is looking at the player stunning the ball, and he's able to put it back in the bucket, and the Islanders are back in it.
They've gotten way too many easy buckets like that tonight. Now Archibald is fouled.
Yeah, well, here we talked about keeps his dribble. If you want to be a point guard, that's what you need to do, and he does a good job of. See what happens when you're overplaying like Cook was. He slipped behind him, didn't put a body on him, was able to get to the basket and finish it off. Murphy playing extremely well here.
Bradford tried to get it to the middle, taken away. And out on the break, they are 3-on-2. The lob to Hamilton, and he finished. And they are really getting some easy buckets, and Bill Self is getting more unhappy. 13 points now for Hamilton. Ronnie Arrow really unhappy about something.
Well, they called him for traveling.
Okay, that's it.
But right now, Bill Self very unhappy with execution. These guys are turning the ball over way too easily. The pressure is not that tough for him.
Frank Williams, deep corner, knocks it down. 11 points for Frank Williams, and the Illini back by 16. Evans to Bailey. Harrington defends Bailey. This is Hamilton. Takes it down in the lane. Tried to feed Murphy down low, and 3 Illini are on him down there. The possession arrow belongs to Illinois, so the Illini will get it back.
Well, that's what A&M wants to do, is penetrate, get into the paint area, break down Illinois. They do have the speed and quickness edge, and when they do that, they're able to get easier shots off, but Illinois does a good job of collapsing defensively, which they did in the first half.
They're mopping up some perspiration. Did you see the Jacques Vaughn play the other night when he got tangled up with the ball boy?
No.
He was trying to get the ball boy out of the way. He made a steal, and he got the shot down and did get the ball boy out of the way. Williams missed. What a Hamilton. Go up and get the rebound. Right back Evans for A&M Corpus Christi. 16-point ball game. Murphy. Brian Cook out with him. Now Hamilton. 21 on the shot clock. Bailey, shot no, tip try no, and Brian Cook grabs the rebound for the Illini. His 5th rebound of the night. Frank Williams. Archibald. And we have a foul call. Well, I tell you what, this game is really getting ragged here. We are in the Assembly Hall in Champaign, Illinois, and Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Right along with Doug Altenberger. Good to have you along with us. Bill Self not real happy with his ball club right now, but trying to encourage them, I should say, to get better. They're up by 16. The game is a comfortable lead. It's just the things that are happening right now are kind of careless.
Yeah, I mean, they've turned the ball over, and just things that are really sloppy out there that especially after a halftime talk by your coach, you think you come out much more sharper.
Illinois turned it over 19 times tonight. That's a season high. Here's Evans against Williams. Got help that time from Brian Cook, but Evans takes it in the lane. Left hands it up there. Won't go. And Archibald is tangled up with 3 players from A&M Corpus Christi. For the rebound, the possession now belongs to A&M Corpus Christi. And we have a break here with 11:42 left in this game. Illinois by 16. You're watching Big Ten basketball from ESPN+.
Hi, I'm Gary Knight from Carmack Car Capital, and I want to invite you to our Home for the Holidays used car sale going on right now, with financing as low as 3.99% APR up to 60 months on a huge inventory of quality pre-owned cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. This lower 3.99% rate could save you hundreds and possibly thousands of dollars and lower your monthly payment dramatically. You've heard about all the special new car rates, so now's your chance to get a very special low APR on a quality pre-owned car, truck, or van from Carmack Car Capital in Danville.
3 News. First, to bring you stories that affect your life, we turned our eye on Central Illinois to see how recent events are affecting local economies and the people who drive them. We gave you the facts on what some say is the latest fountain of youth treatment and how it's changing lives. 3 News was first with the arrest of a former local police chief on child pornography charges. And we told you how convicted sex offenders could be living next door, bringing you the stories you want to know about. 3 News, your Central Illinois news leader.
There's something about Dave.
I kissed a woman who kissed a duck.
And there's something about being on The Late Show.
Are you just nuts?
That makes some people
Hi, everybody!
go a little crazy.
It's beautiful. What are you doing to me, Dave?
I'm so sorry, David.
The Late Show with David Letterman.
That's going to cost you. Oh, my God.
Wreaking havoc. Weeknights on CBS.
See, it's a comfortable lead at 16 points, but Illinois getting a little sloppy at both ends of the floor. What's really helping tonight, they have blocked 7 shots. They have 7 steals. So the defense is really kind of taking care of some other lapses in the ball game.
Yeah, like you talked about, they don't like to turn the ball over. They have that tonight, and they're shooting a little better than the last couple games, 43%, but A&M shooting, that's a pretty good percentage, 39%.
Frank Williams with a steal, got it up court to Melton, and he is fouled, missed the shot, but will go to the line. Melton fouled by Brian Evans, the first on Evans tonight.
And the good thing for Illinois is they're defending the three-point arc. The Islanders like to shoot behind there, and only 4 for 11 from behind the arc, so although they're hitting some, they're not getting a lot of good looks, and they do like to shoot the 3.
Melton knocks the free throw down. He's hit 3 out of 4 free throw attempts this year. That's his first one tonight. Now Chuck Archambault back on for A&M Corpus Christi. Brian Hamilton coming out of the ball game. He'll sit down with 11 points so far tonight. Melton, this one's in and out. Archambault got a fingertip on it, couldn't knock it down. Oh, and they got a guy down court really wanting the ball. That was Nick Jackson, running ahead of the pack. Really wanted the lob and couldn't get it. Lampkin, Archambault, Evans, Bailey. 13 on the shot clock. The Illini solid on defense. Harrington covering Bailey, and Bailey pops it and got it off the baseline.
Tough shot, left-handed back into the defender and gets the roll.
Now Raniero trying to switch defenses here. 54-39 Illini. He's put him in a man-to-man, and they immediately beat it with a pass to Archibald for his 8 points.
Well, Archibald knows the freshman Nick Jackson is guarding him. They don't communicate down low, and he's wide open. Finishes it off with a dunk. The big fellow was looking at him. I need some help down there.
Now Cook commits a foul. Ryan Cook committing the foul.
And there's no excuse for that. You're almost 35 feet from the basket. And again, you want to play smart, and Brian's got to learn that when he gets in foul trouble, he really hurts the team, and that's his 4th personal foul.
With 10:37 to play, Brian Cook coming out to call you back in for the Illini. Been a tough night for Brian Cook, and Bill Self not saying a word to him. And Brian is going to stroll about to the end of the bench. Take a seat. They know. Whoops. And the players didn't give him that chair. They sent him back the other end. Corey Blackford will come back for the Illini. Evans to Archambault. Down to baseline. They lose the handle on it. The Illini trying to dig it out of there, and they do. Robert Archibald. And there's going to be a foul call.
Foul is on number 15.
That was Nick Jackson that got called for the foul after not making the clean catch on it.
Jackson, 8 on Corpus Christi. Into the Corpus Christi lineup, number 24, Murphy. He'll replace Jackson for the Illini. Bradford.
Robert Archibald to the line. 8 points tonight for the 6'11 senior. Ronnie Arrow talking to Nick Jackson, who couldn't make the catch and then committed a foul.
You see Archibald didn't start tonight. He kind of, Fred, as you talked about in the open here, his back was a little sore, and he's got to be very careful for Bill Self. You've got to sort of nurture that thing through the season, and don't want to push him too hard, especially here early in the season.
Now Brett Melton gets called for a foul as he tried to rebound and missed a free throw attempt. This game is kind of going in fits, isn't it?
Well, there's sometimes where things just don't, nothing goes right out there. Here in the second half, Illinois has tried some things, but nothing's really worked other than an alley-oop dunk by from Williams to Cook.
Evans against Frank Williams. Bradford has Wainwright. Melton on Bailey. There's a mismatch in size. Bailey 6'8". Down low, Murphy at the baseline, working hard.
What a good move. Does a pump fake to the right, then spins, goes up strong. And that's against a veteran he made that move against.
There's the ball knocked loose inside as the Illini tried to get it to the baseline. Krupalya hits the deck coming back up. And the try by Wainwright won't go. Bradford has the board, and here they come out 3-on-2 with Frank Williams in the middle to Bradford, and they'll take the shot. Archibald down low. Krupalya will, leans, shoots, and got it. 4 points for Demir Krupalya. And the Illinois lead is back to 17, matching the biggest lead of the night. And Nick Smith is going to come back into the ballgame for Illinois. He was very effective in the first half. Wainwright tried to throw it back out to Evans on the wing. It got knocked loose, but no backboard violation. The Illini touched it. Wainwright, heavy traffic, gave it up to Murphy, and he just hit a little flat-footed shot for his 8th point of the second half and his 13th of the night.
Again, whenever A&M can break down Illinois on the perimeter, get into point, then they're able to feed off that penetration, and good things happen. Again, Murphy finishes off. It makes it look easy.
Melton, ball knocked loose, picked up. Krupalya from the corner. Shot is short, and a rebound to Corey Lampkin for A&M Corpus Christi. This Islander ball club hanging around, down by 15 and playing hard. Shot no good from Wainwright. Rebound Archibald. And here come the Illini, 2-on-2. Frank Williams. Great feed to Melton for the bucket. What a great dish. Brett Melton has 3. And Frank Williams has the assist, and Melton hit the deck pretty hard.
He went up strong, expected contact, got a little bit when after he hit that shot. He came down right on his ankle.
Frank Williams' 4th assist of the night. Harrington has 5. Now Lutherhead is coming back into the ball game. 8:14 to play. The Illini up by 17. This transition play of the game is brought to you by BP, where you can buy the same great Amoco gasoline you've always bought.
Talked about getting on the break. Frank Williams hasn't been too successful, but here does a great time keeping his dribble. Looks up, nice ball rotation. Looks inside. That's the key Nick Smith does. Then he throws it over there. Bradford wide open. Great transition bucket by Illinois. But so far, I thought A&M has done a good job getting back on defense. I mean, they really haven't given Illinois any clean looks other than maybe a quick turnover. But other than that, their speed and quickness has presented some problems for Illinois.
What's it mean as you look down the road that the Illini are not handling all that quickness all that well?
Well, you're going to go against some teams here coming up in the next couple of weeks. You know, Loyola had a very easy time with this team right now, and they've got some great guards. Arizona, Jason Gardner is another guy. So, and then you look at Missouri with Kareem Rush and those guys. So these guys, Bradford and all those guys, have got to really work hard on defense.
Talking about Loyola, how about David Bailey dropped 42 on this club Thursday night. He'll be here the 29th. There's the ball slapped loose out of bounds. It'll be Islander basketball. We have a break here. 7:49 left in this game. Illinois is still leading by 17. We'll bring you back to the Assembly Hall.
Securing tuition is my mission. I'm College, Illinois. Prepaid tuition. Buy me when your kids are small. Use me when your kids grow tall. No tuition inflation with prepaid education.
Use me in Illinois or toward tuition at any college anywhere.
Oh, securing tuition is my mission. I'm College, Illinois, prepaid tuition.
Something extraordinary is coming to Amoco. It will change your gasoline buying experience, but it won't change your gasoline. You'll still be able to buy the same Amoco gasoline you've always bought. But the environment in which you buy it will be brighter, smarter, more inviting than ever before. And the best part is, this is just the beginning. BP, going beyond.
You're traveling on the road of life. Why not do it in style in a brand new 2001 Volkswagen from University Volkswagen? This week, save big on every 2001 in stock. Brand new Beetle GLs or Jetta GLs, your choice, $16,995. 2001 Passat GLSs, $29,995. Plus, every Volkswagen comes with 2 years scheduled maintenance and 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Drivers wanted at Central Illinois' volume Volkswagen dealer, University Volkswagen, on the corner of University and Cunningham-Urbana.
This game is brought to you by Hyundai, where driving is believing. Test drive one at your local Hyundai dealer today. By College, Illinois, where you can prepay tomorrow's tuition and fees at today's prices. Not much changing this game. The Illini up by 17 at halftime, up by 17 with 7:45 to play. Corey Lampkin the miss, and Frank Williams the rebound. The Illini come out 3 on 4, and Frank Williams tried to get it back to Nick Smith. That was a very careless pass, and Bill Self's not going to be happy with that. Bradford, Nick Smith, he's going to take it to the bucket, and the miss. And the rebound down. That's Bea for the Islanders of Corpus Christi. And the shot too strong. Look at Smith back there. Player out on the rebound drive, but the ball's going to be saved by Murphy. And now that's Bea. The shot no. And that time Krupalja took command of the board. Frank Williams trying to break him down in the circle. There's a fadeaway, then he's fouled.
See, I think that's where Frank can be really effective in the transition game when he gets a one-on-one. So he can put pressure on the guards. Comes down, Lutherhead was on the wing. And good rebound by Krupalja. That's what starts your transition. Good defensive rebounding. And Nick Smith is back in this game, and he played very well in the first half. And look for him to get some more minutes. That's what Bill Self wants to use these games right now, where get some different chemistry out there, different looks, try to experiment. You can't do that when you're playing against teams like Maryland.
Frank Williams a miss. He has 11 points tonight. Make it a dozen. And Illinois lead at 18 is the biggest lead of the ball game so far tonight. Frank Williams has 4 assists to go with those points. Now that's Bea. Lampkin down low against Krupalja. Turns. Oh, what a nice move. Woo. Good Lord. Boy, Lampkin, his 3rd point.
And again, Illinois doesn't collapse defensively. Lampkin has some room to operate.
Krupalja shovel pass to Nick Smith, and he has his 8th point of the night.
See, that's what Bill Self was mad at Krupalja earlier in the second half. He didn't take that power dribble. Does it there, delivers it to Smith. Smith finishes it off.
There's really not much doubt about the outcome of this game, but Illinois has not been able to bury this team, and it looked for a while like they might. Evans, bad pass. Oh, that came off the referee and saved by Corpus Christi. And now Lampkin's shot blocked by Nick Smith, his 2nd block of the night.
But when he gets in there, keeps his hands up. He's 7'2", and just causes a lot of good things defensively. Struggled a little against Maryland, wasn't ready, but against these types of teams, has a lot of confidence. And for me, he has really played well coming off the bench. He's a guy, again, once you get into Big Ten play, or he's got 5 fouls to give. And
you know what? When you block a shot or two like that, the other team really becomes aware of your presence down there. You change a lot of things. Evans way outside, 22 on the shot clock. That's Bea. Bradford stopped him. Back to the corner. That's Bea. The shot no good. Rebound. That's Bea able to save it for himself. Now throws it way back outside and saved there by Evans, who avoided stepping on the timeline. Down inside Lampkin, and he's fouled. Brian Cook just fouled out of the ball game. Not a good night for him. Here's the Hyundai drive of the game.
Great spin move, goes up strong. Murphy, again, they've been able to do that, use their speed and quickness with the big fellas. And he does it again, and they just fouled out Brian Cook, who really has had a hard time matching up with the quicker Texas A&M front line players. And, you know, there's just some games where, you know, you just don't come out, you know, things just don't go well for you. And it seems like Brian Cook never got untracked offensively, and defensively it seemed to be a step slow.
Tough night for him. He fouls out with just 2 points on the night. Didn't get a lot of shots. He was 1 for 5 from the floor. Did have 5 rebounds in the ball game. But it clearly was not his night.
And one of the things that Bill Self talked about, the key for his team is he needed consistency from Brian Cook and Frank Williams. Those are his 2 guys that can elevate their game, bring it to another level, and he needs these guys to show up every night. And right now, I think they've just struggled a little bit with their confidence, and they've got to work through that offensively.
Corey Lampkin, a 6'6" freshman from San Antonio on the line. He has 3 points tonight. Ooh, that was a funny-looking free throw attempt right there. He didn't get much out of his knees, did he?
No, he didn't.
He kind of locked up.
Well, he's got that strong upper body. You see Texas A&M only not a 10th try to Illinois 16. Illinois does a very good job of getting to the free throw line.
4 points for Corey Lampkin. Luther Head in the game with the guard now. Frank Williams. Lampkin on Williams on the far sideline. Now Bradford. Luther Head cross courts. They've got a shot for Bradford for 3, and he buried it. Corey Bradford now with 23 points tonight. Has hit 6 3-point shots in this ball game. Bradford 6 for 9 from behind the arc tonight, and the Illinois lead is 20, the biggest lead of the ball game tonight. Wainwright, that's Bea. Wainwright for 3, knocked it down. Armin Wainwright has 13 points in this game.
Well, he can shoot the 3. I mean, we recorded 7 3-pointers against Pan American, and this guy can really step it up, so you've got to know where he is at all times.
Luther Head's pass deflected, and it came right back to him. He just got lucky. Now they've got Archibald for the easy finger roll. Robert Archibald has 10. I was loading up to say for the dunk. And he went to the finger roll instead. He has 10 points. Lampkin trying to move the ball, can't find anyone, now does. And it's Wainwright. Well, it goes, and Nick Smith's going to be called for an over-the-back foul, defending Murphy from behind. Nick Smith has his 2nd foul of the night.
Well, Murphy does a good job of driving him down low, and when he does, he gets below that box, and entry pass comes in from the wing, and you know, Nick Smith just goes right over the top, and the official's going to call that every time. You've got to get better positioning against the defender. But all in all, Nick Smith, I think, really playing well. You can see that year of redshirting, and that's why you want a guy like him to redshirt. There you see Murphy, good numbers, 13 points. A lot of that coming off, you know, in the interior, in the paint area. He's had to shoot over a couple guys every time it seems like he goes up.
There wasn't a lot of anticipation of Nick Smith playing well for the Illini this year, I think, from the public. And I think he's proving to the fans here that he can play.
Yeah, I mean, when you're 7'2", and he's put on a little muscle over the weekend, over the summer, and was able to tour with the Big Ten All-Stars. It's a valuable time this summer. So, I mean, he's a guy, but like you said, you can't coach 7'2".
No.
That's
The Illini have put together a good recruiting class so far with 4 players signed. They're still looking for a big, strong guy like that. Archibald with his 12th point of the night.
There you go. He must have heard you. He finished that one off with a dunk.
He did. Illini up by 19. That's Bea. Wainwright traveled with the basketball. Turnover number 24. Charge to Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Timeout here 3:43 to play. Illinois up by 19, holding it steady. You're watching Big Ten basketball from ESPN+.
It's very clear our love is here to stay.
Heading home for the holidays? See your Chrysler dealer first for the security of 7-year or 100,000-mile powertrain protection on any new Chrysler. Plus, we've extended 0% APR on select 2002s through January 8th.
We're here. Our love is here to stay.
Dr. Norman Gary will do some pretty outrageous things.
I've been stung probably around 75,000 times.
But would Norm Gary ever get car insurance that didn't come with a State Farm agent?
Car insurance with no State Farm agent? Now that makes me nervous.
Be like this State Farm customer and go with a reliable State Farm agent.
In Champaign, see Joe Stovall. In Savoy, call on Nate Atkins. In Urbana, see John Tran.
There's the situation at the Assembly Hall. Obviously, having a player step up to be a leader and a motivator is a big plus. So what would Bill Self like to see?
Unfortunately, I think that the players feed more off the coach than they do off of each other. And that's not unusual, but that's not the best scenario. The best scenario is to have one guy or two guys that everybody on the team feeds off of, and we're not to that point yet. We'd like for Frank to take on that role, and even though it's kind of out of character for him, he needs to become much more vocal.
And there is Frank talking to assistant coach Billy Gillespie as they come away from the huddle. There's his night. A dozen points, 6 assists. Hasn't been a great night for him.
Well, you know, he's a guy, I like the quote that he said in the preseason. You know, I didn't come back here to make the Elite Eight. I came back here to win a national championship. So I think he wants to step up, and he wants to be the leader.
Injury on the bench. That's Brett Melton with the ice pack on his ankle over there. Nick Smith, soft shot off the baseline. Boy, he has more good things. That's 10 points.
Well, Fred, you talked about what great hands he has, and there was a prime example. Takes it. It looks like a little vintage Jack Sikma. Takes it, and without even bringing it back down, puts it right up there, and nothing but the bottom of the net.
It's not a bad way to look at it.
Yeah.
Jack Sikma got some things done. Played his college ball down the road at Illinois Wesleyan. They're going to say that ball is off Corey Bradford. Ronnie Arrow had the rock, didn't want it.
You're not going to complain about that call, no. I don't think.
No. 72-51. The Illini up by 21, their biggest lead of the night. Still 3:05 to play in a very quiet crowd in the Assembly. A lot of people have gone home. This building sold out for the year. There will be nights when it starts to rock.
Yeah, it was great. At halftime, the football team came out Big Ten champions, and the place was rocking. And we had the ILL-INI chant going. And, even here against A&M, and the place was sold out, a lot of orange. So these are good days for Illinois. Both teams are ranked in the top 10 football and basketball.
That little smile from Nick Smith because he got called for his third foul. Illinois, one of only 3 teams in the country, Maryland and Florida, the other 2, to have both basketball and football teams in the top 10. We had a visit with Ron Turner at halftime, Big Ten football champion, waiting to see where they will go to the bowl. They'll find out on December the 9th.
It's great to see that football team and Kurt Kettner and those guys. It just seemed like it was a special season every time they come back in that fourth quarter.
You know, I'm sure that they're very sincere when they say they really don't care where they go. How about the shot from Harrington? Well, Harrington's
I can't imagine, but I mean, the orange, the sugar, or the Fiesta, those are all the big time right there.
Well, they played their way into a big time bowl, didn't they? 23-point lead for the Illini here. There you see the clock, 2:30 to play. Murphy back outside. Wainwright the miss. Rebound. Archibald kicks it up to Harrington. The Illini back to Harrington in the corner. Down low. Nick Smith missed the shot. Shot the board. Missed it again. Got hammered. And he's going to go to the free throw line. Good effort from Nick Smith that time. Other scores from around the country. Virginia beating Virginia Tech in basketball tonight. Oklahoma State and Wichita State having a pretty good argument. Wichita State's getting better. Memphis over East Kentucky. St. Joe's Had a struggle with Canisius tonight. On the line, Nick Smith. 6 for 9 at the free throw line this year.
Growing up in Peoria, Wichita State had some great teams. Remember Cliff Livingston and that whole group there. They had quite a run there.
Come in and play Bradley. Those great games in the Valley. They've got an outstanding freshman, Jamar Howard, this year, who's really been opening some eyes. $11 points for Nick Smith tonight.
Well, he's got a nice touch. See how that ball just went up there and just hit the front and then hit the back and then went in, and nice rotation. I'd like to see him shoot a couple threes out there. That'd be sort of fun to see the big 7'2" guy.
And you know what? He could probably do that.
Yeah, I know.
He's got a nice shooting touch.
He said in high school, he said, I'd like to shoot the three.
Lampkin trying to go and got fouled. Smith and Archibald were both there. And they got Archibald for the foul. Now, you may not believe me when I tell you this.
That's his third.
That's Archibald's third foul of the night. Usually about this time he's working on 4 or 5. He's been foul prone.
Lampkin goes in there with fearless. He's only a freshman, 6'6", but trying to mix it up with the big guys and pretty effective. Nice form there. A little better than last time.
he starts to rise up and he kind of locks those knees and flips the ball.
I think it's more of a flinch in the free throw shot.
Archibald and Frank Williams coming out now. Good polite ovation from the fans here at the Assembly Hall. Corey Lampkin with 5 points in this game. Freshman from San Antonio. Flipped it up there and got it. That's what it is. It's a flip. 75-53 Illini, a minute 54 to play. And the Islanders trying to keep some pressure on in the backcourt here. Harrington trying to dig it out of there. And Terrence Howard got a timeout just before the 10-second count. So it's going to be a 30-second timeout with a minute 45 to play.
Well, we talked about Illinois tonight. I think here in the second half, sort of came out flat, but upcoming, the schedule gets a little bit tougher for them. We talked about in a couple days they play Arizona on the 4th. They've got to go down to Phoenix, and then they come back to Chicago against Arkansas. And that's going to be a good test to see where they're at. I know Bill Self said when he got back from Maryland, he wanted some good practice sessions to see where they were. And wants to get these, especially his bench, and get the young guys start playing a little bit, especially when you go on the road. It's nice to dip into that bench.
And they're going to play those in-state games against Western and Illinois State. They've already played Southern and Eastern.
I think that's great. I mean, I think that it's a lot of fun, and sometimes as a coach, you don't always want to play those because when you've got to go on the road, I mean, those are real tough games to win.
Bradford to Terrence Howard. Now Howard got a screen from Nick Smith and stuck the shot. Terrence Howard got the bucket.
And if he can make that shot, and that would be a huge plus for Bill Self.
So Corpus Christi getting a timeout here with a minute 19 left in this game. Illinois up by 24. Nick Smith has blocked a couple of shots, rebounded, made some buckets. Set a nice pick right there. He's done a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Roger Powell played extremely well in the game too, and he came off the bench and towards the end of the first half played some good minutes. And these are the games where the young guys got to step up and prove to their coach that they can play. And a lot of times when you go on the road, you're only going to get 2 or 3 minutes in there, and you've got to sort of earn your playing time with a veteran ball club like Illinois.
Well, the Illini are deep, and they'll get deeper when Lucas Johnson comes back, if he is able to come back this year. And I think that they get more optimistic all the time about him being back maybe in February.
Well, the one thing about his knee is they did it arthroscopically. They didn't have to go in and cut a lot of tissue. So the recovery will be fairly quickly. If they can play some good minutes in February, they don't need to play a lot, just some. Coming off the bench, it gives them another option, Bill Self and the staff.
Roger Powell got a takeaway. Harrington. Nick Smith at the high post, trying to get it down low to Powell. It was deflected. Now Terrence Howard.
1 minute to play. 1 minute to play.
Clock just ducked under a minute to go. Roger Powell, deep corner, stuck it. Roger Powell has a half dozen points tonight. Lead for Illinois now at 27 points, and they're getting away at the end. There you see the clock. We have now 52 seconds left in this ball game. The Illini lead by 27 at the Assembly Hall in Champaign. Happy to have you along with us here tonight. White and Doug Altenberger, along with our ESPN Plus crew, doing their usual good job. The Illini have put it away. There's a long try from Travis Bailey, and he knocked it down. That's a 3. Travis Bailey hadn't been hurt from much tonight, hadn't played much. Comes off the bench to stick the 3. Now we've got a timeout with 34 seconds.
I think Ronnie likes his TV coverage. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to end right now.
They're on an island down there. Must be a small island. They don't get a lot of TV coverage, so he's going to take advantage of it. Our next ESPN Plus telecast will be December 18th when Illinois State comes calling here at the Assembly Hall. The Redbirds, they've had a lot of success down through the years,
and they're picked to finish and win their Missouri Valley in the preseason. So they've got an excellent ball club. And they look to come in here and they want to, again, like you talked about Southern Illinois being their Super Bowl. Illinois State comes in. This would be a huge win for them, especially in the power rankings, to do that on the road.
34 seconds. Ronnie Arrow's milking the timeout for all it's worth. He's got his guys rounding over there. 24-point lead for the Illini. There's Frank Williams, pensive, sitting on the bench.
Yeah, this game's been, there was almost 46, well, there was 46 turnovers. So, you know, all in all, a little bit of a sloppy game. But I thought the young guys for Illinois played extremely well. And I give those guys an A+. All the guys like Nick Smith and Roger Powell, and I thought Bradford, you know, just shot the ball extremely well.
What all this is doing is smoothing out the traffic flow after the game. A lot of people are getting an early jump. The Illini have it. Roger Powell. Now Terrence Howard. Clayton Thomas on the floor for the Illini now too. Nick Smith, there's a tough catch. Kicks it back outside. Luther Head. Now Terrence Howard short with a try. Roger Powell trying to command the board. Had a hand on it. Couldn't hold it. Now with 8 seconds left, the Islanders have it. Brian Evans, deep corner. Versus Thomas Bailey. And that's going to do it. The Illini win it. 80-56 the final score tonight, Doug.
Well, all in all, they played okay. Didn't play great. Bill Self, yeah, I think he's looking forward to the next 2 games. It'll be another good test to see where his team's at.
So there's your final 80-56. The Illini win it by 24 and move their record to 6-1. The Islanders fall to 1-3 as they leave Champaign. Next game coming up from ESPN Plus, Illinois State and Illinois come to the Assembly Hall. This has been a presentation of ESPN Plus, the worldwide leader in collegiate sports television.
A rematch of last year's Midwest Regional Championship game, with the Illinois Fighting Illini getting ready to battle the Arizona Wildcats.
What? This week's doubleheader. It's a good one. Illinois versus Wildcats, Utes against the Devil, son. Illinois brings the noise. Arizona be upon you. Utah ready to ball. AZ State play great. Let's rock on the skates. The first game. Frank Williams got the crowd going insane. He's a guard. He ain't scared to guard Gardner. Jason, the last player from last year, started both teams a little harder to beat. It's gonna be a nail biter. You don't need your seat when these teams meet in the middle. Man, these boys can show dribble. Up and down the court fast like in the vet. The Elite 8 last time they both met. On your mark, get ready, get set for college basketball on Fox Sports Net.
Let's come inside America West Arena for the Southwest Showdown. Tonight in Game 1 of our doubleheader, it's the Arizona Wildcats and the Illinois Fighting Illini. Then Game 2, Arizona State and the Utah Utes. Arizona and Illinois are in the top 10, but with Illinois losing to Maryland, the Illini fall from 2nd to 5th, and Arizona beaten by Kansas Saturday dropped from number 4 to number 7. Hi, everybody. Steve Fiziak along with Marcus Johnson. Last year, the most physical game played in the NCAA tournament was Illinois versus Arizona. Both physical point guards are back, and they are playing some kind of basketball. Tell me about Frank Williams of Illinois.
Well, physical is a key word with Frank Williams. He loves to take the basketball to the rack, does most of his damage inside. You see the points, almost 15 points a game, the Big Ten Player of the Year, but he's struggling from the outside, playing a little tight. This entire Illinois team playing tight. Bill Self says you got to enjoy the game. Find the love, Steve. They got to find the love, man.
Love and defense.
Yes.
Defense is the key for both teams. Now, for Arizona, they've won 3 of their first 4, and the big reason why is their point guard, Jason Gardner.
Yes, and I have been vindicated. When he was a freshman, I thought Jason Gardner was as good as Jason Williams. Didn't play well as a sophomore, but this year, he is really shooting the basketball. Of his 33 made field goals, 21 are three-pointers. That tells you what kind of confidence he's got in his long-range jump shot. He is the reason why this team is playing so well. Arizona's got to be the story of college basketball. And this young man right here, Jason Williams, 34 points. You see what he did against Kansas, having a terrific season so far.
But with so many freshmen around him, Jason Gardner must play well if they're to have a chance against the mighty Illini. It's number 5, Illinois, against number 7, Arizona. Coming your way next on Fox Sports Net. Ball on Fox Sports Net is brought to you by the Alaska Airlines Visa Platinum Card, the most popular way to earn miles in the Pac-10. By Acura. Experience the performance today at your local Acura dealer. And by Subway. Eat fresh. Welcome back to America West Arena in Phoenix, Arizona for number 5, Illinois, and number 7, Arizona. Let's now listen to our public address announcer, Jeff Scott.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to America West Arena for tonight's Southwest Showdown. At this time, we ask that you join in the performance of our national anthem. We're pleased to present CJ.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Our national anthem as sung by the group CJ. Let's now ask Illinois coach Bill Self about his starting lineups.
Well, our front court tonight has to play big. They have to play their size. When you play 3 small players to go along with 2 big guys, those 2 big guys need to bring it each and every night. Well, the backcourt with Corey and Frank is the heart and soul of our team, but we'll play 3 small guards, and these guys need to do everything everything for us. They got to rebound because we're not very big, but then they also got to be able to make shots in clutch times.
Bill Self led the Illini to 27 wins, the second most in Illinois history. You see what he has done this year, 6 wins and just 1 loss. Meantime, the coach for Arizona, the great Lute Olson, who has led his team to 4 Final Fours. Front line, Luke Walton, Rick Anderson, and the freshman in the middle, Channing Frye, there because of his defensive presence against Kansas University. And in the backcourt, from Chicago, Illinois, Will Bynum, and from Indianapolis, Indiana, Jason Gardner. And of course, Lute Olson finished second for the national championship last year, but again, the 4th Final Four with Arizona. Right now, let's go to the 3rd member of our broadcast team. That's Leila Feinstein. And Leila, you want to talk about the emotion, the war that was played in the regionals last year.
That is right. There's a lot of emotion definitely here tonight. Last season, Arizona and Illinois battled it out 3 times, culminating in the Midwest Regional Final, where Arizona beat Illinois by 6 points. During the game, the Wildcats were sent to the free throw line 56 times, setting an NCAA tournament record, and 6 Illinois players were fouled out. 3 of those 6 Illinois players are back here tonight, and yeah, they're looking for revenge. The question is, can Arizona's young guns fight off the physicality of Illinois' more seasoned squad? Let's take a look at our Lexus game plan. Arizona's freshmen must stay poised and hold their own against a rough and tough Illinois squad looking for payback. As for Illinois, with 3 players over 6'9", look for them to take it inside, and if they can keep it physical, they may have the upper hand. Steve?
Leila, Coach Olson was talking with his troops about their poise, and he said, watch the traps. We've earned 2 timeouts against Illinois in that Elite 8. Our key matchup, Marcus, again, we have to go back to point guards.
Yeah, you do indeed. These 2 guys are the guys that control the tempo for their respective basketball teams. You see this season what's going on. Jason Gardner, outstanding, 27 points a game. The number of field goal attempts, he's almost double Frank Williams' field goal attempts. And Frank Williams is going to have to deal with Luke Walton, 6'8". That's going to be the matchup. And here's the head-to-head stuff going on, pretty even in all 3 games, all categories, except for turnovers. Frank Williams a little bit more turnover-prone than Jason Gardner.
He beat Illinois last year with 25 points and 18 in the second half, and 2 big free throws with 12 seconds left. They met 3 times. Arizona won 2, Illinois won 1. And there's Bill Self, just 38 years old, from Edmond, Oklahoma. He played at Oklahoma State, and Lute Olson, of course, from Augsburg. This is his 43rd year as a head coach. In high school, in the junior college ranks, in Division I, 926 wins for Lute Olson, and that is his fabulous junior, Jason Gardner. Our Staples scouting report, we have to be challenged by Troy Bradford because he's healthy, the knee completely healthy this year, and outside he can really rip it.
Well, here's another guy. Over half of his field goals made this season are behind the 3-point line. And then talk about a guy who is Mr. Reliable. 107 straight starts. How do you do that?
We're underway. It's Illinois at number 5 in the nation in the orange, and Arizona in the white at number 7 in the nation. A held ball right away. Arizona again with 3 wins and 1 loss. Illinois at 6-1. Arizona most recently lost their game in Tucson to Kansas University, and Kansas today number 4 ranked in the nation.
Jayhawks looking good. I think this young Arizona team was just shell-shocked in that basketball game, so it's important tonight for them to refine that composure.
Will Bynum with the wraparound. It does not go. Anderson got it. And finally, it is claimed by Illinois. Frank Williams in the middle, number 30. Picked up by Luke Walton. And Williams takes Walton to the hoop.
And that's what Frank Williams has got to do. He's got the quickness advantage on Luke Walton, 6'3" against 6'8". He's got to exploit that.
Here's Walton looking for a dish. He's averaging 6 assists per game.
Luke Walton having just a terrific season, 10 rebounds a game, almost 13 points a game. Maybe the best passing big man in college basketball right now. And here's that move by Frank Williams. Watch this. Go right, little crossover back behind the back left, and then a little fade just to create a little space between he and Luke Walton. Beautiful move by Frank Williams.
Gardner being defended by Corey Bradford. Jason with the fade. No. Rebound. Anderson, his second offensive rebound, and has it knocked away and blocked with a foul will be called.
Is it Ricky or Rick? What is it this year? Rick Anderson. We'll go with Rick Anderson this year. He changes it almost yearly, but that's
like
a nice
his hair.
job. Exactly. He was blonde, wasn't he, last year?
Yeah, now he's a brunette. He's the original.
He was Ricky the blonde. Now he's Rick the brunette this year.
He's a communications major. Went to Long Beach Poly High School, one of the outstanding programs in Southern California, and he loves it in the desert. His father also played at Arizona.
He made
or actually for Lute Olson at Long Beach City College.
Right, and he made an interesting comment that Coach Olson does his best job when he doesn't have great talent. And not that this is not good talent. This young talent is not great yet, but we'll see.
How about that scramble for the basketball? That was like a football game. Everybody going for the fumble, and Bradford and Bynum wound up on the floor. And the official Dave Libby comes away with it and makes the decision and says it's Illinois basketball.
It's going to be some ISO situations that if you're Bill Self, you want to milk your mismatches, and that's Frank Williams defended by Luke Walton.
Brian Cook. And this is an interesting matchup right here. Williams against Walton, and Walton picks up his first foul. The reason Lute Olson wanted to have Walton on Williams because of the success Richard Jefferson had on Frank Williams in that Midwest Championship game.
And we'll see if Luke can duplicate that success. It's a little bit tougher challenge. He's not as quick and not as athletic as Richard Jefferson. He's a very smart, very heady ball player.
Lutherhead gets it over to Corey Bradford. He misses, grabbing the rebound, Archibald, and then it is ripped away from him by Channing Frye, and the ball goes out of bounds. It will be Arizona basketball.
That's going to be a big key for Arizona, limiting second shots, limiting the second shots of Illinois, getting more possessions during the course of this basketball game, not turning the basketball over.
A very small backcourt for Arizona with the 5'10 Gardner and the 5'10 Will Bynum. Bill Self wanted a turnover, doesn't get it. Walton gets fouled by Frank Williams. So Walton with one foul, Williams with one foul now.
Bill Self is really working over the Zebras.
Well, you have to remember, and these referees knew it, and they are Pac-10 officials led by Dave Libby and Stanley Reynolds. They knew that in last year's Midwest Regional Championship game, Illinois had 6 players foul out. How physical would they be? And there was a lot of talk in pregame meetings that they did not want basketball to be played like was played by Illinois in that contest. 56 free throws. They had a total of 59 total fouls on both teams.
Yeah, it's a very, very physical basketball team, but that's Bill Self's style. That was his style while he was at the University of Tulsa. He's carried it over down to Champaign at the University of Illinois.
Stanley Reynolds, Dave Libby, and Bobby McCroy are the officials. Here comes Frank Williams with a beautiful layup.
I tell you, that's what he likes to do. He likes to attack the basket and then find creative ways to deliver the shot. Illinois still in a tough man-to-man defense, but you see Arizona have not made a field goal so far. They're 0 for 4.
Illinois' defense so good.
Yep.
And Channing Frye is fouled. Robert Archibald, who had such a strong game against Arizona in that Midwest final with 25 points, his career best. Gardner being covered by Corey Bradford, and Jason right now has not, we haven't seen that dribble penetration where he'll kick it off to a wing. 2 early fouls by Corey Bradford, so now a substitute will come off the bench and have to defend Jason Gardner. Luke Walton misses. Anderson gets the rebound and is fouled. No basket. It looks like Rick Anderson will pick up the personal.
But that's okay. I mean, I like his aggression on the offensive glass, Rick Anderson, even though he did just take his opponent and fling him to the floor. But he's pumped up. But they've got to find a way to score some points.
Sean Harrington, a great free shooter, comes to the game, and he will enter it over Anderson. They break the pressure. Williams against Bynum. And a foul will be called. Archibald took it up strong, and all Arizona could do was hammer Robert. Channing Frye gets the foul. And it is the freshman at 6'10", 222 going against a senior 6'11", 250. And here's Robert Archibald, who moved from Scotland in 1997.
Yep, but a big, strong player. And Bill Self says that Archibald is the one guy that embodies the kind of spirit, the kind of passion that he wants his basketball team to have. They really felt like that Maryland loss, and Maryland's quickness really hurt Illinois. Took a lot of the wind out of their sails, and it was tough emotionally for them to bounce back from that.
Well, like Arizona, Illinois has had a very tough early schedule. They've beaten Gonzaga, Eastern Illinois, Penn, Georgia Tech, Southern Illinois. A lot of teams that went to the NCAA tournament. They did lose to Maryland, but that was after a long trip from Las Vegas. Free throw good. Illinois by 4.
Illinois 1, 1-2-2, full court pressure. Let's see if they aggressively trap. They do. They're looking for the steal.
Anderson dives, saves it, calls the timeout beautifully. And Lute Olson asking for so much leadership from these 3 juniors, Luke Walton, Jason Gardner, and that young man, Rick Anderson. He just made a very solid decision.
Yeah, he did. Maintain possession.
Well, we talked with Illinois' coach, Bill Self, about Illini's physical style of play.
So much of our stuff in these fouls, ticky-tack stuff, not moving our feet or playing with our hands. There's going to be contact no matter what in low post, but we need to make sure we eliminate it and play our guys before they catch it as opposed to push them after they catch it.
Well, we've been talking about that Midwest Championship game where Arizona did beat Illinois 87-81, and Arizona would go on to play Duke for the national championship. But Illinois down the stretch fouled out 6 players. How about that? An NCAA tournament record, 56 free throws taken, the most ever made and attempted against the Fighting Illini.
Watching a college basketball game and Australian rules football breaks out. But this is the trademark. It's the Big Ten. I mean, you think of Big Ten teams, Indiana when Bobby Knight was there. It's all about being physical, intimidating your opponent.
Fine pass from Rick Anderson. He drops to Channing Frye, who scores the first field goal for Arizona in this game, and it took them almost 3 minutes. Frank Williams will miss long. Rebounding as Archibald throws some elbows, and they will call a held ball. So that will give it to Arizona.
Now, what's happening with Frank Williams, you know, he's looking at this matchup with Luke Walton. He knows he has a quickness advantage, and he's almost doing his team some detriment by continuing to force that matchup. As Illinois stays in that 1-2-2 press where they pinch the middle, force you down the sidelines, and hope that they can goad you into a quick shot.
Arizona breaking the press nicely. Now Channing Frye missing. Rebounding Williams.
And there's that quick shot. That's all they want you to do.
Arizona now 1 of 7 from the floor. Nice ball movement and a foul from behind by Channing Frye, his second.
And that was a great job of moving the basketball around the perimeter, just following the big guy. 4 guys out, 1 guy in. And you're going to see it right here. The ball moves right. Big guy Archibald going to swing right there. Seal, release. Gets hacked from behind by Frye, but a great job. It's 4 out, 1 in. Just following your big man, trying to get him some touches, some scoring opportunities.
And that means Lute Olson will go to his bench, and he will bring in a little bit smaller but a little bulkier Dennis Lattimore. Between these foul shots, here's Robert Archibald. Archibald, a very fine foul shooter as well at 74%.
And he's got Lattimore, he's got Isaiah Fox, 6'9", about 270 on the bench that he can waste some fouls with. So he's going to rotate these young big guys in there and see what they got.
So Frye sits down with 2 personals. And young Lattimore from Halstead, Kansas, who is the Kansas High School Mr. Basketball, averaging 24 points per game, now goes to that low block, number 34. Archibald gives Illinois an 8-4 lead, and he has made 4 of 4 from the foul line, and that's where he did most of his production against Arizona in that championship game in the Midwest Regionals when he scored a career best 25 points. 13 of those points came from the foul line.
And Illinois does a great job in that 1-2-2 3/4 court press of keeping the basketball out of the middle. That's
no.
And that's where it breaks down. When the team wants to break your press, they get it middle, swing to the weak side.
Good defense by Anderson. Ball picked up by Williams. Demir Kripalje in the game now for Illinois, number 33. He's at the high post. Steal by Gardner. Well, they've defended Jason very well early. Down low, Anderson got it up and in. A chance for three.
Luke Walton, great find on the play. Put the basketball on the floor, drew the defense, and at his size at 6'8", he's just able to look right over defenders. That time Frank Williams for the pass inside to his running buddy, Rick Anderson. Right there, you see just right over the top of Frank Williams. That's 6'8" on 6'5". No way Frank Williams could do anything with that pass.
I think Luke Walton is the best passing forward, frontline player in the nation. He's averaging 6 assists per game, leading the team.
And that's more than most point guards average.
Frank Williams, meantime, trying to lead Illinois to victory over Arizona. The Illini have it early on plays like this.
Welcome back to America West Arena. The score is 8-7. Illinois is ahead. I spoke with Coach Lute Olson earlier today. He admitted to me, he said, Leila, you know, our freshmen are going to be good, but they're not there yet. He said in the ideal world, we would not have them starting. We would have them behind upperclassmen. However, he says we do not have that choice right now. And what I've been focusing on with the juniors is to